Hi everybody, it's Hayden Crawford from the Dreamtime Academy and welcome to today's live Starseed Numerology Insights and Readings. Now I'm going to start today off with a card from the Starseed Oracle deck for you. So if you're watching this today, then this is a message for you from your higher self. Okay, so often, in life we're just used to receiving information, aren't we, from our conscious mind, but sometimes we need to just pause for a while and ask for higher guidance. And actually, when it comes in, it can be really useful to be able to help you move towards your goals and dreams. So the card that I've picked out for you today is Weight of the World. Now, this is about, it's about letting it go. It's interesting because I picked this card, well, my husband, rather, should I say, picked this card out for himself last night. Now, it's very important to not carry everybody else's burdens. We might want to help people, but we can't do it for them. So, they've got to want to help themselves. So what happens is you've got to put your boundaries up, because if you take on board all of their stuff, then it's going to leave you feeling really depleted. So you've got to put your own oxygen mask on first, and then you can be of service to other people. So, it's not yours to carry. You've got to remember, give people back ownership of their issues and problems, because they created them so they can handle them. It's not for you to take on board and then carry that alongside anything else that's going on in your life. So that's the card there. And you can see there's a woman lying in the water on a distant planet, just staring up at the stars. And, it looks like she was carrying the weight of the world on her own shoulders, and she doesn't need to. And none of us need to do that. Hi, Melv. It's nice to see you. How are you today? A little cat coming out of the box. That's very sweet, isn't it? So what's been happening in your week then, Melv? And if you're watching this today and it's the first time that you've seen me doing my live Starseed Numerology Insights, then all you have to do is leave your date of birth in the comments section as day, month, year. All right? Because if you're watching in America or a different time zone, quite often you put the month before the day. But actually, the way I want to receive the information, please, is for you to put the day, the month, and then the year. And what I'll do is then have a look at what's going on for you across the 3 planes of existence: mentally, emotionally, and physically. And look at any personality traits, starseed origins, purpose and mission that could be beneficial for you. And also looking at, what your purpose is, what you're here to do on the planet at this time. I mean, we're all going through such, cataclysmic changes in some places. Like, for example, with me in Western Australia, we've not only had lockdown this week, but we've also had some huge fires as well burning away in the Swan Hills, which is, resulted in the loss of 71 houses, which is quite a difficult collective burden to bear. So each and every single one of us is experiencing the extremities of life in very different ways right now. So, this can really help you navigate those really challenging energy influences. Now, the other thing that's going on at the moment is there is a shift in consciousness, or a paradigm shift, I like to call it, which is taking place, which means that you can't really hold on to any plans, especially at the moment. So don't try and plan things into your week or into your day, because chances are they're going to be disruptive. So you're just going to feel let down. So it's about bringing you back into the present moment so you can go with the flow, and you can attach with the universal energies. Ask your cosmic team for help and support during this time as well, because you will be going through what's called the void. And the void is going into the darkness and feeling comfortable in the darkness without necessarily needing to know what's coming next. Okay, you hear me? You understand? Good. So Ram's here. Hello to you, Ram. It's awesome to see you here today. And Melv says it's my partner's 26th birthday. So blessed to say the least. Fantastic. I'm really, really chuffed for you. And happy birthday to Melv's partner. I'm sure you're going to have a fantastic day. I'm sure Melv's organised a surprise party for you later on. Maybe a cake, some sandwiches, maybe. Nice sandwiches. So what are you doing, Melv? Tell us what you're doing. Are you taking him out for dinner? What are you doing? Be good to know. So yeah, so if you're watching this today, remember, all I need you to do is to pop your date of birth down in the comments section, and I'll have a look at your influences across those 3 planes of existence. Now, remember as well, what I'm also going to do is bring in the wisdom of the color mirrors, which is the color therapy system that I work with, which is a compilation of 87 different dual colored oil bottles, all different. And actually, it's based around wisdom from Atlantis. So it really is an accurate color therapy system that will blow your socks off, and potentially your gloves as well if you're living in a cold country. So it's It's definitely a fantastic way to be able to sort of understand yourself at a soul level, not just consciously. We don't just want to know ourselves consciously, do we? Let's face it. So let's get the ball rolling then. So Mel says he strums the guitar. So he wrote a song for you. Oh, that's so nice, Melv. So what was the lyrics? Do you want to share them? Go on, share the lyrics. That must have been lovely to have someone singing a song into your eyes. How romantic. You see, us gays, we're streets ahead of the rest, aren't we, Melv? Definitely, in terms of romance and knowing how to treat people. So that's awesome. Okay, so I'll pick a card out for his birthday, for his 26th birthday. All right, and this one's for him. What's his name, Melv? Okay, so the Great Severing comes up for him. All right, the Great Severing, which is Mars energy. So it's actually bringing in conflict. So you've got to make sure that you don't sort of get into any heated disputes during today. And it's about softening to love. So when Mars energy comes in, there can be things that trigger you, emotional responses and stuff like that. So often, if you get space, then that can be a really great antidote to red related issues, because green is the antidote to red related issues, because it's the complementary color, you see. So sometimes we just need to have a bit of space, put our boundaries up, and don't take on board too much. So he's called Adam. That was for you, Adam. Don't you be getting angry. Don't be getting angry. All right. And Ram says, had my pyramid traveler painting sell within minutes of finishing it and hadn't even signed it before it sold. It's going to be a good year. That's beautiful. Pyramid traveler painting. That sounds incredible. How beautiful. And what did you paint that in? Was that in acrylics, or was it in watercolors or crayons? What did you paint it in? That'd be really interesting to sort of find out. So Melv says, my birthday is June the 18th, 1997, just to sprinkle it out there. All right, let's get the ball rolling. Okay, so, all right, so what we'll do, I'm going to give you a little bit of a, I'm going to give you a bit of a psychic reading today, actually, Melv, because you've been coming in to the Dreamtime Healing Room for a long time now to experience insights, and I feel like, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for intuitive guidance. We've just gone into 11:11 as well, which is an interesting time. So it's 11:11 here in Perth, and that's often the light bearer number. It's about bringing light down from the heavens. Okay, so okay, all right. So this hopefully will make sense for you. So what I'm feeling is there is a project that you're about to start. Okay. And I don't know whether this is connected to your work or whether this is something that you're doing privately, but it's almost like you're getting the go ahead, but then it's going to, and then a feeling is it's going to pause. All right. So you'll start it and then it'll have to stop. And it'll be a period of around about 3 or 4 weeks where you won't be able to continue with this project. But don't let that deter you, is kind of what I'm being told. It's like you've got to allow that process to take place, because it's almost testing you to see if you are serious about what you're about to embark upon. So you'll start it, get a few weeks in, and then all of a sudden it'll be like 3 or 4 weeks of you just being able to just think, well, I can't actually do that. So I'm not sure what that's with relationship to. But there's a girl associated with this that's coming in as well. So I don't know whether this is somebody that you're working on this project with, but it's almost like it feels like it's connected with her, like she pulls away and then comes back in or something like that. So I don't know whether this is making sense for you, Melv, but if you can let me know, that'd be really awesome. All right, and I'll be able to give you the rest of the information if you can acknowledge that. So Ram says watercolor and ink, and it took a week to complete. Wow, that's dedication for you there, Ram. Good on you. Good on you. It's nice when we commit to a particular project, isn't it? Because what that does, it enables our deepest creative expression to unfold and for us to be able to see our full potential. All right. So Mel said, amazing. Did that make sense for you? Yeah, hopefully it did. And there's a J sounding name coming in as well. So I don't know whether that's you, Julie, or whether that's connected to you, Melv. Veronica Abbott, welcome to the New Year Dreamtime Academy. Looking forward to a great one. Okay. So yeah, I was supposed to start my religious studies certification and got held until next year, unfortunately. It's not going to be that long, I don't think. I don't know whether it'll be something else you'll end up studying instead, but there is study ahead of you. So it's only a period of about 4 or 5 weeks. I feel like there's a break in this, and then you'll resume. So it's not that you're not going to have to wait until next year, is kind of what I'm being told. All right. So Julie, all right. So you're the 3rd of the 3rd, 1982. All right. So I'll transfer your numbers onto the birth chart now. So you got the 2 3s and a 2 and a 1, a 9 and an 8. So you got 2 arrows in your chart. I'll show you what that looks like there, Julie. So this one's for you. Whereabouts in the world are you, Julie? All right, so there we go. We can see Julie's born on the 3rd of the 3rd, 1982. So it gives her this positive arrow here, first of all, which is called the arrow of the planner. Now, the arrow of the planner is a love of order and processes. So you like to know what's coming next in your life, so, you like to have understanding of things, order, process, strategies, all of that sort of stuff. So it's like you're a bit of a tick list person, really, as a positive aspect, actually, because it makes you quite methodical in your approach. It's quite left brain, so it can be quite analytical as well. So the 2 3s as well, that's about imagination, memory, and analysis. And when there's 2 of them, it amplifies the energy around that 3 energy. So it just means your mind, because 3 is a mind number, it's left brain, you can be a little bit critical. Your imagination can run away with you, and also you're quite analytical, so you'll analyze things. So you've got quite an active mind on a lot of levels. So Julie's in Canada. Fantastic. Okay, so yeah, so that's that. Now you struggle a little bit to communicate, Julie, how you feel. Now, I know this because you've only got 1 1 in your chart. Now, the 1 is your masculine expression, your verbal self-expression. And when you've only got 1, it's like a restriction around the throat. So because you actually don't know how you feel, because you don't have a 5 on your birth chart, and that's the center of your emotional plane. So that means that you know how you feel when you've got a 5. So when you don't know how you feel and you've got a restriction around the throat, it means that you find it hard expressing how you're feeling. So it can create difficulties and challenges, all right? We can also see here that you are very sensitive and intuitive, and you like to be in control. You're quite organized and independent as well. So you've got a real independent side to your nature. Now, your day number is 3 energy, which is because you were born on the 3rd. And the 3 is a mind number, and it relates to Jupiter in the color mirrors system, which is this bottle here. So Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. So it wants expansion. So for you, on a day-to-day basis, you want to be sociable. You want to be, fun-loving. You want to get out and about. You want to, sort of explore the arts, and actually, you want to be around people and socialize and have fun and laugh and be the center of attention and all of that. But at the same time, you can suffer from low self-confidence, low self-esteem, and you'll need to question your beliefs, because this bottle is also, coral is about self-acceptance as well. So often with that, you have to go through that process of, learning to love yourself unconditionally. And when you get that feeling of enough on the inside, your reality reflects it on the outside. So you're probably drawn to music, lyrics, poetry, writing and publishing, that type of thing. And getting involved in social community-based projects is quite, important to you as well. What we can see as well is you're a 9, 10, 18, 23, 26. So we're ruling number 8. So the 8 energy is Saturn in the color mirrors system, and 8 is about independence, organization, and control. It's your main influence in your chart. And this is the lilac and violet combo. So Saturn is old father time. It recognizes that the future needs to be built on solid foundations. So for you, Julie, it's almost like you're quite process driven. You need to make sure you've got a solid foundation before you sort of embark upon stuff. And actually, they make very good money managers. So a lot of 8s want to be in control. They can be quite dominant in their field and want to be heads of large businesses, or, they like to win and be in control. All right. Control is a big word, and independence and doing things your own way, but also very nurturing. And actually, the positive expression of the 8 is the philanthropist, somebody who wants to go out and not be so ego based, but actually to go into the world and help other people. Is a huge expression of the 8 energy as well. So there's expansion for you for sure. Now you also have this arrow here, which is called the arrow of frustration, and the arrow of frustration is a negative arrow on your birth chart, and it's the lack of the 4, 5, and 6. Now, this means that there was difficulties for you during childhood. So potentially your mum and dad separated, issues with sibling rivalry, or even just feeling like you didn't fit in. And it can also knock on into your adult relationships, so creating difficulties within them as well. So the lesson for you really in this lifetime is not only to learn how to open your heart, allow more people in, move away from codependent relationships, but also it's about you expanding, by living your creative expression and actually gaining completion on both the heavenly and the earthly planes of existence. Because if you look at the sacred geometry of the 8, it's like 2 circles sitting on top of each other, which signify completion on earth and completion in the heavens as well. So if you like that, Julie, leave a few comments and let me know what you thought. And if you're watching this video and you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so and click the bell for future notifications so you never miss one of my lives. All right. Fantastic. So we've got Veronica Abbott here as well. So Veronica's left her birth date as well. So I'll have a look at yours next, Veronica. All right. And Melv said, thank you immensely for that message. 1111 was a beautiful confirmation within itself as well. I know, Melv, I know exactly what you mean. Sometimes when it comes up, you know that the message has come through from the right place and it's not just someone telling you a crock of shit. Excuse my French. So Julie says, if you saw me, you would find me smiling. Wow. This describes me so well. Thank you. Look, Julie, this is numbers, really. It's the universal language of light is color and numbers. They can't really be bastardized, for want of a better word. They are always accurate, depending on how good the numerologist is that's doing the reading on your numbers, of course. I mean, if you've got years of experience like me, I teach numerology, so I understand it really well, but sometimes people, get it kind of wrong. So, don't ever lose faith. That's what I say in numerology, because it works. That was just a little insight for you as well, Julie, remember. Now, I'm just doing insights for everybody today because, it's really just to give you wet your whistle, wet your whistle so you can figure out if you like numerology or not. Now, if you wanted something a little bit more in depth, Julie, then I am offering Starseed Numerology Reports, which is a 15-page handcrafted report. And they're on sale at the moment as well, on special offer during the month of February for only 59 Australian dollars. And that is, they take about sort of 7 to 10 business days for me to create because they are handcrafted. They're not, coming in from a computer. So if you want one of those, then just PM me afterwards and I'll get one of those to you. And it'll look at your living name, Julie, as well as your birth chart. So it analyzes your name chart and your birth chart. And then it looks at which planet your soul originated from after it left source consciousness as well, and what your starseed purpose and mission is for 2021. It also looks at all of your color influences as well, so you can understand yourself across the 3 planes of existence and at a soul level. And it'll also look at your pyramids as well, which are your peak years of maturity. And the same applies to anyone watching this today. So if you're interested in numerology, you get some insights today and you want to know more, then remember that those Starseed Numerology Reports are on special for only 59. So get into it. That's what I say. So Julie from Canada is overwhelmed by that. And thank you so much, Julie. That's so sweet. And she's just given me 40 Canadian dollars. Thank you so much. What a generous offer that is. That's really sweet of you. Thank you very much. So Melv says the Andromedan Collective says hello. Yes, hello back to your Andromedan Collective. Now, for anybody who's not been into the Dreamtime Healing Room before and doesn't know me, I am an Andromedan starseed. So what that means is that even though I'm human by DNA and by birth, my soul originates from a different star system. So I came in from Andromeda, which is actually in a different galaxy. So I come in with the desire to help people to learn to love and accept themselves and find self-confidence, but also to reconnect to their inner wisdom so they can feel a greater sense of freedom. That's what the Andromedans are all about, is freedom. So they help you to be able to attain that by self-love and self-acceptance. April Bender's here. Hello, April. Nice to see you. And Teresa K from Kentucky in the USA. Hiya, Teresa. Teresa Rakes. Lovely to see you here today. Excellent. Fantastic. Teresa, leave your date of birth and I'll have a look at your numbers for you as well. All right. Excellent. All right. Now I'm going to give, I'm feeling drawn to have a look at you, Veronica. This is a little card for you as well. So I'm going to do some some psychic intuitive channeling for you today as well, down through from Andromeda. Now, this one's called Lost Lands, and this is soul memories and gifts that you've done this before. So Veronica, you know, sometimes when we get soul memories coming back up, I don't know if you can see that properly. Can you see that? It's basically, it's time for us to remember some of our hidden wisdom that we've learned through many lifetimes, but we kind of shut down because when we're born, we come in with amnesia. So, you know, this is really a time for you to be remembering some of those gifts so that you can share them with the world. So please remember that. Okay. It's really important. And actually on saying that for you, I feel like I also want to say that, all right, is this your second attempt at trying to embark upon a wellness business of sorts, or a psychic business in some level? Because what I'm feeling is that the first time it didn't work out for you for some reason. And again, it's a similar message actually that came through for you, Melv. You know, it's like you started something and then it had to stop. It was almost like the timing wasn't quite right, but you had to learn some extra skills or something. And now you're about to set it up again. It's the feeling that I'm getting, and I feel like it's the right time for you now. So it's a really good time for you to do this work right now, and not to worry about the financial aspects of it is the message that's coming in, because there will be pennies coming in from heaven. So how good is that? I mean, we all like pennies from heaven, don't we? Let's face it. Because when we get pennies from heaven, it helps us to do our soul work. And actually the angels and your, you know, the Elohim or your Galactic Federation of Light, or whatever you want to call them upstairs that are helping you through your life, they always, you know, they always meet you halfway. So when they see you're stepping up and doing your soul work, they'll always make sure that you're loved, guided, and supported. So you just have to listen to them, okay? All right. So Teresa, I'm going to have a look at you next. Teresa, where? So you're in Kentucky, aren't you? Hey, Mikey Music from rural WA. Fantastic. Whereabouts in rural WA are you? That's awesome. Are you? Hopefully, you were nowhere near those awful fires, Mikey. There you go. And April says, "Could you do mine, please, as well, for Chad, who's a non-believing brother? Let's make him order one." Oh dear. Okay. Well, look, what we'll do is we are going to look at Teresa first. Okay. So Teresa, you were born on the 19th of the 11th, 1954. Okay. So I'm just transferring those numbers now into the birth chart for you, and we'll have a look at your influences for you. How exciting. Are you excited, Teresa? I always think that when people have never had a numerology reading before, it absolutely is, it blows them away because it is so accurate. I remember the very first time I had one, and I wasn't expecting much, but when I found out, you know, how good it was, it's like I decided to learn how to teach it. So I actually teach numerology now. I've got an online level 1 course that you can do through the Dreamtime Academy Wellness Portal. It's only 99 bucks as well, so get into it. It's 4 modules, video tutorials, and an ebook. And it gives you a certificate of achievement as well. So if you are involved in a wellness business, it's a really great tool to start understanding your client before you even go into your session. You know, it's fantastic. All right there. So here we go. So what we can see first of all for you then, Teresa, from Kentucky, is you've got all these wands here. Look at all those wands. So that means that it's amplified. The one energy is amplified, and the one is male energy, ego as well. But actually it manifests when there's 4 as difficulties with verbal communication. So it becomes a restriction around the thyroid, and sometimes that can lead on to sort of low energy levels and stuff like that when the thyroid is imbalanced. So actually, even though you know how you feel, you do actually know, because you've got the center of your emotional plane is there with the 5 energy, you still struggle to express it. Okay. And it becomes sometimes it manifests as isolating yourself a little bit as well. But you are a very determined lady. See that positive arrow going across your chart horizontally. Now this one, sorry, diagonally, isn't it? Not horizontally. It's called the arrow of determination. So it's a very persistent nature that you've got when it comes to achieving your goals and dreams in life. So what I mean by that is, like, you're like a dog with a bone. All right. So it means that, you know, when you get an idea into your head and you want to complete a project, you will see it through to finality, no problems whatsoever. All right, it's just part of your nature. So it just is a very positive influence in your chart. You've also got this practical 4 as well, because 4 sits on the physical plane, and that's like good with your hands. You're a doing person. You like the material and the physical and the practical aspects of life. So it's a nice grounding number to have in your chart, because it means you've got attachment to the physical. And actually your day number is a physical number as well, Teresa. Okay. So what I mean by that is it's a 10 energy, and the 10 energy in the color mirrors system is this one here. So it's a physical number, okay, the 1 or the 10, it's physical, it's on the physical plane. This one's called the Wheel of Fortune. So actually anyone with a day number 10, it has the ability to be able to turn base metal into gold. They're the manifestors, conscious creators, but it's actually a very soft feminine energy that can never be abused. Now, gold in color therapy is connected with authentic power and wisdom, and olive is connected with a soft feminine energy. So this one relates to the goddess Isis, who gave birth to the sun. How amazing was that? And actually her son was Horus, and her husband was Osiris, the king of the underworld in ancient Egyptian mythology. So there you go. Hey, Lynn Smith, it's lovely to catch you live as well. Now, are you the Lynn Smith who's been to numerology, or are you the Lynn Smith who is out in the Southwest? Because there's 2 Lynn Smiths in my life. You're not the only Lynn Smith. So Teresa says, yes, absolutely. So this is like your second biggest influence in your birth chart, which is this 10 energy. So it actually means you're very adaptable as well, and you can fit yourself into any job and do really, really well. So you actually prefer to keep a lot of your relationships a little bit superficial, because you don't really want people to know what's going on for you emotionally. So, you know, you can keep people at arm's length a little bit as well. That's another way it can manifest, because the 1 energy is the leader, but it wants to do things on its own. All right. So Teresa, that's something that can come up for you. Your ruling number is a 9, 10, 19, 21, 31. So you're a ruling number 4. So the 4 energy, like I said before, and it's a 31 4. So you are a little bit of a hermit, and you know, you do isolate yourself, and it's actually you're trying to integrate heart related healing when you're doing that. Now the 4 energy is Uranus in the color mirror system, which is this beautiful yellow bottle over deep turquoise, which really is about change and disruption of old order. And it's about letting go of old people, places, situations, beliefs in your life that no longer serve you. And the 4 is a practical aspect. So you're good with your hands. You like the material and practical aspects of life. You're a doing person. So both of your main numbers are on the physical plane. So you like that active participation in life. And the 4 energy, you know, they often go into manual work or the manual arts on some level. So because they're quite practical, physical. I mean, if you are in healing, then you might be more interested in the massage or yoga side than the more metaphysical stuff. In the Southwest, you did do numerology with me. Yeah, actually, both of you, Lynn Smiths, did numerology. There you go. So, Lynn, are you? I'm just trying to think where it is that you're from as well. It's inland from Capel. Is that right? Are you the Bunbury Southwest one? Because you're actually both in the Southwest, which is ironic as well, isn't it? So, Teresa, leave a few comments and let me know what you thought of that. Did that make sense? Lena's here from BC as well, from Canada. Fantastic. There you go. April Bender, she says, do you know me by this name? Not sure, April. What's your real name? I know I definitely have seen you before. And I'm going to have a look at you, Mikey, as well, from rural WA. I'm going to go to you next, Mikey, actually. I feel strangely drawn to you today. All right, just have a slurp of tea. So Lena as well. Oh, beautiful. I've got a lovely group in today. So thanks very much for joining me. And we're going to have a nice session today, I think, because we've got some nice energy. I'm going to try and do some psychic channeling as well for some of you as well, just so that you can see if you can understand, you know, messages from beyond the veil, because sometimes this is really important. We receive information, you know, for a reason for certain times. Okay. So with you, Mikey, what I'm feeling for you actually is, it's Oracle of the Mermaid. You're the Bunbury Lynn Smith. Got it. I know exactly who you are now. Fantastic. Excellent. I didn't have my tea then, did I? I nearly ate the tea bag then. Did you see that? All right. So Teresa. Now remember, Teresa, I'm only doing little insights for you today. So it's just a little sort of handcrafted. Okay. There you go. Mel says, can't start the day without the tea, of course. No way. Got to have a cup of tea, don't we? Hey? It's a real English thing, actually, I think. Americans tend to prefer coffee, don't they? And English just want to have like a cup of tea. Cup of tea and a slice of cake, Aunt Sally. Okay, so that's if you used to watch Wurzel Gummidge. Teresa says, yes, spot on. Had to keep my mouth closed the last few years because of the Trump trouble. I love my time alone. Beautiful. Tea is a life force. And Lucy Horgan is from Ottawa in Canada. So we've got you across the globe today. And Oracle of the Mermaid says, I highly recommend the Starseed Numerology Report. Thank you, Oracle of the Mermaid. I'm so glad that you enjoyed yours. They do get some fantastic reviews. We've been just inundated with so much thanks for doing those, because they also identify your starseed origin, which is, I think, what a lot of people really want to know. They want to know where their soul originated from after it left source consciousness, and what soul gifts it's given them to be able to harness and utilize in this lifetime as well. So you're still there, Mikey? Mikey, just let me know that you're still there, and I'll go to you next. Okay, and we'll have a look at Chad as well. All right, we want to prove Chad. We want to prove him wrong, don't we? Oracle of the Mermaid. Excellent. You are studying Meteo Haisuka. Meteo Haisuka. You're going to have to explain what that is, because I don't understand what that is. I don't know. I've never heard of that before, but it sounds something that's a little bit astronomical, maybe. Oh, metaphysics. You are studying metaphysics. Fantastic, Teresa. I actually feel like you would probably be good to be able to combine that in a physical way through your hands. So I feel like, if you can harness the power of your metaphysical wisdom through the physical, into the physical realm, I feel like you will have some amazingly transformational things take place. Now, remember, guys, if you're watching this today as well, please like the video, okay, and share it with your friends. So if you're having benefit from this today, share it with the people that you love in your life, and then they can come in and join us with today's session. So I'm not sure whether you're still there, Mike, so I'm going to go to you, Lucy, instead. All right, and then we can always come back to you. So Lucy Horgan, I'm going to need your date of birth, Lucy. And Lena says, are you able to help me unlock my gifts? Absolutely. It's what I do. Because I'm a Andromedan starseed, that's what we do. We help people to rediscover their inner wisdom so that they can harness their soul gifts and be able to utilize them on the planet today in a really practical way. So yes, if you want any help with that, then I do sessions as well, one-to-one sessions via Zoom. Okay, so you can always email me afterwards and organize a session. It'll be start off with the color mirrors and me asking you questions. You pick certain bottles out with relation to questions, and then we can find out what's going on for you on a conscious and subconscious level. And then what we do is just align the minds together so that you can start becoming a conscious creator and living your purpose. Yeah. You are doing healing. Fantastic. You love your cup of tea as well, Teresa, do you? Yeah. Good for you. Okay, so Lucy's born on the 31st of the 12th, 1959. Excellent. All right, then. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 2, 9, 9, 5. I think that's all your numbers there. Okay, so you actually got a really positive chart there. So April says, I find it fascinating that Aquarius, Uranus rules astrology, and they have been the biggest skeptics. I know, it's interesting, isn't it? All right, so I'll show you Lucy. Right, Lucy, there you are. So you've got two positive arrows. You've got this arrow of the planner that came up earlier on, which means that you're a lover of order and processes and strategies and, kind of all that left brain stuff. So you need to know what's coming next in your life. It's that planning sort of left brain stuff. You also got this arrow of determination, which is that strength to be able to achieve your goals and dreams in life without starting and stopping projects. So very powerful kind of organizational aspect. Actually, you could do with the 4 energy, which is your day number, is the 4 is very practical, driven, organized, material, physical. It's a doing number as well. So again, for you, it carries the vibration of the 31, which is the hermit, which is about you sometimes needing to have a bit of space as well to yourself to be able to kind of integrate heart-related healing. But it's also about you're good with your hands. You like that practical aspect. So it gives you that organizational aspect in your chart. You are somebody who either is very, very chatty or very, very quiet, because there's 2 distinct types of people with 3 wands. They can be very, very chatty, or they can be very, very quiet. All right. And actually, you know, so it might be that you fluctuate between those 2 aspects as well. That can come in. And actually, you're a bit of a humanitarian because you've got 2 9s, and the 9 is independence. Sorry, it's idealistic, responsible, and wise. So the 9, when it's amplified like this, it means that you want to help people with your wisdom that you're here to share. So you're a 9, 10, 19, 20, 24, 26, 27, 31. So you're a 31 day number and you're a 31 ruling number. So it magnifies that quality of the 4 energy, which is, you know, it's that Uranus bottle again, which is coming. It is both for both of your aspects. So you're a very practical, you like the material aspects of life, Lucy. So, you know, you like to have nice things, nice cars, nice houses, nice clothes, you know, but also your major lesson in life, or one of them is about change and disruption of old order. So, because Uranus wants that. Uranus wants to allow you to pave the way into the golden age. So it means that you have to strip back all the things that no longer serve you. That includes people, places, beliefs, you know, all of that sort of stuff. So it's a process of letting go for new beginnings. So the 4 is, you know, it's really about change, but it is very, very practical and very, very physical as well. Yeah. So again, you know, for you, there's a very high probability that the material aspects of life will become will dominate. But also, I feel like for you, you know, you might have to really pull yourself away from the outside world from time to time to be able to heal your heart, because the hermit energy wants to isolate. Okay. So leave a few comments there, Lucy, and let me know what you thought of that. We've got Katie Candy who's come in as well. Hi, Katie. Whereabouts in the world are you? I definitely recognise your name, Katie Candy. I'm sure I've done a report for you in the past. And Lena, we can have a look at you as well. I'm going to go to Chad next. All right. So we'll have a look at Chad. Shall we, April? Your non-believing brother. All right. Is he with you today? All right, so Chad, this one's for you. Where are you, Chad? Where is he? Mr. Chad. There he is. February the 10th, 1990. The 10th of February, 1990. So you got 2 9s, 2 1s, a 2, and you got the 2. He's got 2 negative arrows in his chart. Okay, so Chad, don't panic. It's nothing too bad. Nothing that won't come out in the wash. There you go. So Lucy says, great info. Thanks. Last time we spoke, you gave me a message about ... What did I give you a message about? Let me know. I can't remember. Obviously, these things come in, they wash in, and then they will wash right back out again. All right. So Chad. For you, Chad, I'm getting some information that's coming through for you with relationship to a motorbike. So I don't know whether this actually makes sense for you, but it's almost like it's something about a motorbike that's off the road. Okay, but it can it will be back on the road, but there's some stuff that needs to be fixed around it. Okay, so it's like a wobbly wheel. I know it sounds a bit weird, but anyway, hopefully that makes sense for you. So Lucy says, a message about Catherine, my sister, and my niece sent a message to my sister, but ... Katie's in Alberta in Canada. Yes, you have. It was fascinating. And I read it over all the time. Fantastic. Great. Teresa says, I've had 2 visits with starships and one with an ET personally. Did I receive something and didn't know? Quite possibly. Oh, but she didn't answer, Lucy. Ugh. So there you go. So Oracle of the Mermaid, something going on with regards to a motorcycle. All right. Something regards a motorcycle with Chad. All right. So let's see if you can confirm that message. We'll see if we can get any more of it through for you. Now, Chad is, he's got the arrow of frustration. Now, the arrow of frustration is the lack of the 4, 5, and 6. Now, what happens is there's difficulties for him during childhood. So it might have been that his mum and dad separated, there was ill health or sibling rivalry, but also it can manifest as difficulties in his adult relationships as well. He's actually very skeptical. You're right, because he's got the arrow of the inquirer, which is the lack of the 3, 5, and 7. Most people have got this arrow a little bit like, oh, I'm not sure if I believe all of this mumbo jumbo woo-woo stuff until they get their own proof. When they get their own proof, they become like an avid convert. All right. So that's that energy that he's got. No wonder he's skeptical. So he, I feel like for him, he is quite intuitive. Although I feel like he might have locked that down. Okay, so he's got a sensitivity, but he might have shut that down a little bit. And actually, he's got nice balanced communication. So, Chad, you're a good listener as well as being a good talker, but sometimes you react to emotional situations instead of responding to them, because sometimes you just don't know how you're really feeling from here. Okay. You actually are very ambitious as well. So you've got the 2-9 energy, which is isolated. Now, when the 9s are amplified and isolated like that, just means that you've got a great ambition in life. You want to, you want to make something of yourself, but you want to help people as well. You want to be of service, because the 9 is the humanitarian. It's very idealistic as well, actually. So sometimes the 9 people, they can see the world through rose-colored spectacles a little bit. We can see here as well that, that there is a fair few numbers missing on his chart. He is a day number 10. Now, the 10 energy is they like to do things up their own way. So actually, they make good leaders, but he's got a soft feminine power that can't be abused, because he's a manifester. He's got that beautiful Wheel of Fortune energy, which is the 10 is all about manifesting, turning base metal into gold, but leading, in a soft feminine way, rather than it being anything else. But again, he's very adaptable. So Chad, you could go into any job, like you could be given a job in anything and you do really well at it because you're very adaptable. All right. But also I feel like for you, again, you might keep a bit of your emotional stuff to yourself. So you don't really want people knowing what's going on for you. So sometimes, it can be, that superficiality that comes around there. You're a 9, 10, 19, 21, 22. So you're actually a master number, 22 over 4. So when you get that energy coming in, it's the master builder. So you're actually here with a spiritual purpose to help guide humanity forward into the golden age. Now, you've got the practical know-how to be able to do that. But you see, the 22 carries the vibration of the 4, which is practical and physical, which means that also your day number is practical and physical, but also the number 2 as well, because it's the 2 amplified, which is this sensitivity and intuitive side to your nature, this feminine aspect. So you do like to be in a partnerships, but also you like to do things on your own. So there is a bit of an inner conflict that's going on for you as well there. Okay, so hopefully that's made sense for you, Chad, if you're watching this. And if you want to know more, then please remember my offer for your Starseed Numerology Report, which is that 15-page handcrafted report for only $59 on special offer at the moment, which will look into every aspect of your birth and name chart. So Lucy says, thanks again. I'm signing off. Have a great night. I'm really pleased that you enjoyed that. And I'm sorry that your sister Catherine didn't get the message last time. Hopefully she'll get it when you next speak to her. Mikey says, I'm in Kulin making a new album. I write, produce all my own music. It's okay out here. Fantastic. Oh, Mikey, that's a real relief. Really good. I don't exactly know where Kulin is, but you obviously are somebody that needs a bit of peace around you to be able to connect up and receive those beautiful lyrics. Is that right? And you just released an album last year for people to hope, relax, drift, bliss. And it's called The Lightness of Being. Please check it out. How beautiful. We'll definitely be checking that one out, Mikey. I'll have a look at your date of birth now, shall I? Now that we've had a look at Chad's. Oh my God, Ram has just realized it's his mother's birthday today. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. Well, it's a good job you tuned into a numerology session today. Otherwise, you might not have remembered, but at least now you can get in contact with her and wish her a happy birthday. And wish her a happy birthday from us as well. What's her name? And how old is she going to be? And maybe for her birthday present, you can get her a Starseed Numerology Report. She'd love that. She'd be blown away. She'd be like, mind blown. Oh dear. Okay, so Mikey, you were born on the 23rd of the 6th, 1970. Okay, so you got the 1, 2, and the 3. You got 9, a 7, and a 6. Okay, so you actually, it's interesting, Mikey. You've got a very active mind. So you've got all the numbers there. So this is Mike. See that there? Look, all the numbers there on the mind plane. So these are the mental numbers. Okay, the 3, 6, and 9 is the mind. The 2, 5, and 8 are the emotional or the soul plane. And then the 1, 5, 4, and 7 is the physical plane. All right, so all those numbers there, it's called the arrow of intellect. So you've got a very sharp mind, very active mind. So it's not only very wise, it's very creative, because the 6 energy is creativity. That's why you're good with the songs. And the 3 is more to do with lyrics and poetry and music. You know, it's that sort of, it's like kind of left brain. It's the imagination. So when you get the creative imagination coming together with a lot of wisdom, it can manifest a lot of the time as that beautiful sort of creative writing. It's just that beautiful creative aspect. Now, also what you have a love of order, processes, and quite analytical as well. So you've got this kind of planning aspect to your nature. So you need to know what's coming next. So you're actually, although you're quite creative, you are quite left-brained as well. I feel that you struggle to communicate how you feel. So maybe that's why you choose music to communicate, because there is a difficulty or a suppression around how you express how you're feeling, because even though you know how you're feeling, you do feel things intensely, because your day number is the 5 energy, which is Mercury, which is about freedom. Freedom is very important to you. So a lot of the time, people with the 5 energy need greenery around them because they need space. Green in color therapy is about space. And actually, the 5 energy is about communication, versatility, and freedom more than anything else. So you don't want to feel restricted. So you're one of these people, it's like the small home people, that don't want to conform to regulations. You don't like being told what to do. And for you, actually, it feels very much like this 5 communication and versatility means that you can't hide. If any part of you wants to hide, it's going to make life very, very difficult for you. So it's a process of letting go of old masks for you. All right. But freedom and travel is so, so important for you. Exploring new cultures, different places, different people. You're a ruling number 17, 23, 26, 27, 28. So you're ruling number 10 as well. So again, that energy of the Wheel of Fortune, that versatile kind of adaptable personality that you've got, that is a leader, but you are a manifester as well. So that's your golden and olive energy of the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so that's called the Wheel of Fortune, and it just means that, again, for you, you don't really want people knowing exactly what's going on for you on the inside. It's and actually, so again, some element of superficiality can manifest within your life as well, but you do have the ability to create your own reality. So you are a conscious creator. And when you couple up those 2 bottles together, you can see there's a lot of ancient Egyptian wisdom coming in, that comes in with the gold and green combinations. So actually, you can harness the powers of your soul memories from times of ancient Egypt to be able to put maybe into your work on some level. So Veronica says, Hayden, your insights were on point. I have been of late getting little nudges to work in this field. Fear keeps me locked down. Not sure how I can overcome this now. But thank you for your message. I'm really pleased that made sense for you. So what you're being told is, even though I know you may have tried it before or something and it didn't work, don't let that stop you this time round. Okay. So I feel like you've just got to feel the fear and do it anyway. And look at a modality that you can learn that's going to fire up the passion within you. So, for example, if you're a lover of color, learn color therapy. If you're a lover of numbers, learn numerology. If you feel drawn to shamanism, do that. If you're more physical, learn massage. It's this sort of thing that's coming in for you, okay? There you go. So Ram says, I want to say 1963, but I believe that's my dad's birth year. Ah, right, okay. Well, you definitely need to remember what year your parents were born. Mikey Music says, yes, I'm here. I think you must have a delayed internet connection where you are. Definitely. Because I've just done your reading for your Mikey Music. So you'll have to listen it back to the video if you're having disruptions in your internet connection, and let me know what you thought of your reading today. But it's an interesting chart, definitely. And Mikey, remember, if you want to have a Starseed Numerology Report creating for you by yours truly, then let me know and we can get one of those to you over the next 5 to 7 business days. All right. They're on special during the month of February as well. We've extended the offer from January all the way through to February as well for you. All right. Excellent. So let's have a look. Who else is here that we want to have a look at? So we've done Lucy, we've done Mikey, Katie Candy. Are you still there, Katie? Let's have a look at you. Now, Katie, I'm actually feeling more drawn to pick a card for you. All right. It's from my Starseed Numerology deck. All right. So Katie Candy. Let's have a look. Okay. I'm going to see if I can get some information through for you. Okay. So I'm going straight to your foot, Katie. It feels like there's something on the bottom of your foot that maybe you need to get checked out. All right. And it looks like a verruca or something like that to me, but it feels like it's almost like you're ignoring it. So it might be some sort of pain or something that's going on, or some sort of infection. It could be an athlete's foot or whatever. But I feel like you're being told to go to the doctor and get this checked out instead of leaving it, because if you leave it, it'll get worse. That's what's come in. Juliana, hello, Hayden. Can you make a reading for my mom? Yeah, Juliana. Source Healing. Hello, y'all. Where are you, Source Healing? There you are. So Katie's there. So brilliant. Did that make sense for you, Katie? Now, if it's not directly related to you, it'll be for somebody around you. All right. All right. So it could be like, you know, one of the people that you're close to in your life, but it's almost like there's something on the foot that needs to be looked at. All right. Oh, you're in Mammoth Lakes. Wow. That sounds prehistoric, doesn't it? In California. How beautiful. What's your real name, Source? Heather Jean. Oh, hello, Heather Jean. Nice to see you. You almost predicted that I was going to ask that question, didn't you there? Everything is always so synchronistic. It's absolutely right. That's why you just got to, it's almost like say what you see. Say what you see, say what you feel. You know, if you get a random thought coming into your head, just say it. Don't just hold on to it, because then it goes nowhere, does it? All right, so Katie. Okay. And also a little card for you as well. This one's for you. And this one's wait. Okay. It's not time at the moment for you, Katie. Whatever it is that you're planning on doing. All right. So if you're thinking about getting a puppy or a new car, don't do it yet. You know, it's like, it's not your time. Things are being woven behind the scenes. So sometimes we have to allow all that to take place without us trying to control it. So once you've launched your rocket of desire as to what it is that you want, you've got to kind of let it go and allow it to come to you rather than forcing it, because then you could get it wrong, you know. And don't be signing any contracts or anything like that during this period, because we're in Mercury retrograde again. So it's the worst time to be doing anything like that. So wait. And the same applies to any of you who's watching this, who's thinking about signing contracts or doing anything like that. Okay. It's very, very important to remember. Okay, so Katie says, yikes, it sure does. Excellent. Okay, so is that with relationship to you, Katie, with regards to the foot? All right. And what is it? What's going on with your foot? So if you can let us know, I might be able to get you some more information. Okay, so Juliana, a reading for your mum, the 9th of the 9th, 1957. What's her name? 9th of the 9th, 1957. What's your mum's name, Juliana? Your mum is very wise. She's like a wise old sage, but not that old. So if you're watching this, you're not that old, really. But you are you're a humanitarian, so you would have either gone into nursing or old people, looking after old people, or volunteering, or that type of energy, because the 9 energy is the healer. It's far more suited to the corporate, the celestial world, rather than the corporate world. Right, okay, so it's a wart, is it, that you've been ignoring? Okay, yeah, so I just want you to get that checked out. All right, so just get it checked out. I don't know why they've told me that, but I could see that on the bottom of your foot, and it needs to be addressed. You're talking to your friend about it yesterday. Okay, so yeah, so you see, they listen, and they want you to take inspired action on doing things like that. So it's almost like like the feeling that I get is connected to, like, I don't know, are you a bit anemic or something? It's like anemia or something like that that could be like an underlying cause to it. So it's almost like iron or something. I'm being told that you need iron. Pilar. So this one is for Pilar. There you go. So Ram says, my dad's, I believe my mother is 1968. I'm basing that on the fact that I ruined her 21st birthday. She found out she was pregnant with me. Oh no, that wouldn't have ruined it. That would have made it, if she found out that she was with you. So yes, so all of this 9 energy for Pilar. Okay, I'm a ruling 9, so I understand this energy. So this is red over orange. Red over orange, and the color mirror says it's Mars. So Pilar needs to say things when they need to be said. So if something aggravates her, she needs to say, look, this is upsetting me, rah, 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 and the reasons why, instead of bottling it up and getting angry and frustrated. Okay, so she can't go into like martyrdom or victimhood. So the 9 wants to help and wants to heal and to serve. She's actually a very persistent character as well, determined person to achieve her goals and dreams in life as well. So there you go. So Katie says, I am so depleted and apathetic, so it really makes sense that I could be lacking. Yeah, I just feel like that's probably, your indicator. It's like when we're in a car and the oil light comes on, bing, 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 need to stop, get some more oil. So it's like your body has a great way of telling you that something maybe needs addressing, right? So the wart is like, bing, 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 you need to go and get a checkup, all right? So just, that's all we have to do is listen to it. All right. And don't worry, it's nothing, don't panic about it. It's something that can be resolved, but you do need to look at it instead of ignoring it. There you go. So Source Healing says, brilliant. I'm so grateful to be a part of this. Great. Okay, so Lynn says, so should I hold off signing for a house until when? Till the end of the month. Yeah, till the end of the month. Okay, so try not to do anything during the course of February. All right, you've just got to allow this energy to play itself out. So Pilar knows how she feels. She struggles to communicate how she's feeling. This is what I'm trying to say. And actually, she's a 9, 10, 22, 31, 40. So she's a ruling 4. So she's got that Uranus energy in there as well, which is about change and disruption of old order. So she's a practical person too. So I actually feel like she could be a good healer with her hands. So often when the 9 energy, the humanitarian, comes in with Uranus, which is the planet of the future, it can mean that that person can express their healing abilities through their hands, through massage or yoga or, anything like that. So I feel like for Pilar, she has the propensity or the potential to, if she's not doing it already, to be able to help people with her beautiful healing hands. There you go. That's all right there, Katie. I'm glad that message came out for you. You are, Mikey, you are showing up in the chat, but I think there's just a delay with your information coming into the chat, but I am receiving it. So don't worry. Yeah, well, that's it. The fire energy, right? The fire people need to burn off their fire. All right. So I'm a ruling 9. So for me, if I don't burn off my fire energy during the day, it comes out at night. So I start really sweating in bed. I get like night sweats. So exercise is very, very good to burn the fire off. And then the weight doesn't go on, you see. But if the fire hasn't burnt off then the weight goes on. All right. So that would probably help make sense. But she's very idealistic. She has a great sense of responsibility as well. She can look at the world through rose-colored spectacles a little bit. Yeah. So just hold off, Lynn. Hold off for a little while. Just a little while. Now, if you're watching this today and you're enjoying it, please like this video and share it with your friends and family as well. So if you think that they'll benefit from it, then they won't miss any of my videos, and neither will you. You know, you want to know when I'm coming live, don't you? So that you can receive your guidance and inspirations as well. I usually go live once a week on this channel as well. So as well as my Facebook channel as well, on Dreamtime Academy on Facebook. So if you've not found me on there, then you can jump onto Facebook, like the page there, and you'll also be notified there of when I go live on there as well. Okay. Sorry, it's February the 21st is when Mercury goes direct. Thank you, Oracle of the Mermaid. Now, end of the month, but I couldn't remember the exact dates. So, okay, wait until it goes direct. All right. So you don't have to hold off for too long, just another couple of weeks. You see, I was contemplating getting a new car. So I found this car online. It was a Beetle, because my favorite car is a Volkswagen Beetle. And this one was in the most beautiful pale powder blue. It's called denim blue. And it was one of the newer models, although it was still like 2013. Anyway, I found it. I fell in love with it. And we went down to the car showroom. But all the lights were on red as we were trying to get there. And then I'd phoned up about it the night before. And during the time we got to the garage and the night before, the car had been sold. So it was almost like I was given all the signs, don't do it, don't do it. And it's probably because it was a dud. It probably would like blown up on the way home. But, you know, it's like your angelic team will always stop you from doing things. So listen for the whispers and notice what's going on around you. It's like we noticed that there was like sirens going off, police cars and stuff like that, which is all warning signs as well. It's like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And then obviously the very next day we went into lockdown in Perth as well. So it was like, aha, okay. So thanks, guys. You know, you from potentially making a bit of a blunder. Although I do still definitely want a Volkswagen Beetle. There you go. So April. So Juliana says, I inherited her healing gift, Hayden. You're spot on. Fantastic. Oh, there you go, Pilar. Well, what a great example you are to your lovely daughter there. Well done, you. And the same applies to you as well, Pilar. You know, if you fancy a Starseed Numerology Report, you know where I am, and you're going to love it. It'll blow you away. All right. So we've got April. With that in mind, here are 7 things I never do when Mercury is retrograde. Purchase new tech items, sign a contract, expect a speedy response, make travel plans, ... Exactly. Begin a project or a collaboration, get a haircut or change my appearance, or send invitations. Great advice there. I like it. Thanks for sharing. All right, so I'm going to have a look now. We've got Ashley Sullivan, who's just come in as well, born in Cancer, and you were born in 1995. So we'll have a look at you. I want to also go back up to, where are you? Source Healing. So Heather Jean, are you still there? I'm going to have a look at yours now. Are you all having fun? Are you enjoying this today? Got quite a few people watching today, which is really awesome. Thanks so much for joining us. We're doing Starseed Numerology Insights based around your date of birth. So if you are watching and you want an insight, then please leave your date of birth, all right? And I'll go through them systematically. Got a bit of time today just to enjoy chewing the cud with you guys, giving you some psychic intuitive readings if they come in, and some insight cards, the color mirrors, and of course numerology as well. I teach Pythagorean numerology to practitioner level. So, you know, if you're wanting to incorporate the wisdom of numerology in your own healing and wellness business, then it's one of the best ways to be able to learn is to do it on an online self-paced course through the Dreamtime Academy, because it is something that you can keep on referring back to. So Julie says, this is really enjoyable. Thanks, Julie. I'm really pleased that you're enjoying today. There you go. Well, actually, I was thinking about getting a haircut tomorrow morning, so maybe I'll wait. Maybe I'll wait to get my haircut now. So you're Heather, and we've got Heather is the 6th of the 8th. So the 6th of August, 1972. So a Leo. Leo is sun energy. The Leos are interesting. I like Leos. I've always liked Leos. I like that sort of, that assertiveness, that I am presence that the Leos have. It's like, it's quite cool when they're living positively. When they're living negatively, it can sometimes manifest as like passivity or underconfidence, so it depends on where you're at with all of that. Okay, so then I think we're there with it. Okay, so this is Heather's. There you go. So the 6th of the 8th. Excellent. What do you mean he passed 916 at 16 in chat? What do you mean? Okay, so Heather, you can see you've got this arrow here, which is called the arrow of activity. Now, that one means that you're always on the go. So it's actually a suppression of nervous energy. So it means that you kind of like, you need calming, cooling, soft, gentle company around you for you to feel at peace. But it's almost like, you always want to, sort of buzz all over the place. It's this like, this kind of inner anxiety in a way. So that's called your arrow of activity. It's on the active end of your birth chart. We can also see you've only got the 1-1. Now, the 1, remember what I said, is masculine energy. It's verbal self-expression as well. So when you've only got the 1-1, it means that there's restrictions around the way you communicate. And for you in particular, it's because you don't know how you feel, no center of the emotional plane. So you find it hard talking about how you feel. You're quite a sensitive soul. You've actually got very balanced, good first gut impressions of people. So trust those, okay? Your intuition is spot on. It's very, very good. And and then we can see also here that she's a day number 6. Now, she's got the 6 energy here as well, which is the creative aspect of our lives. They're on the mind plane. It's like the family. It's about love. It's Venus energy. So it's about really expressing your creativity, but that's its positive aspect. Remember that all numbers and colors have both positive and negative connotations. And actually, when 6 is expressed negatively, it's worry and anxiety or destructive tendencies. So what you can see there again is this energy here, which is the 6, which is your day number, Heather, which is Venus. Now, Venus is the planet of love. And it's a very Libran color, this, because Librans are all about balance and harmony and relationships. But there's a lot of like work that needs to be done on self-love and self-acceptance that comes through with the 6 energy. So the 6 is, it really is about learning to love yourself enough. And when you get that feeling of loving yourself enough on the inside, your reality will reflect that on the outside. So often the 6 people, they have to work through love issues, self-love issues. But the creativity is definitely there as well. All right, so that's your 6 energy. We can also see that you're a ruling number 9, 10, 19, 27, 33. So you're a 33-6 as your ruling number. So it amplifies that. Now, what we often find is that the ruling 33s are connected to Andromeda. All right, so they come in, their souls come from Andromeda, and they want to help. Once they've learned to love and accept themselves unconditionally, they want to help other people do the same thing. So 33 is a master number, and it's about mastering love. So it's about not only accepting your unconditional aspect of love towards self, but it's also connecting to divine love as well. So it's in the color mirrors system, it's rose pink in the top fraction over pale pink. All right, so it's that divine love in the conscious mind and unconditional love towards self in the subconscious mind. So it's a very creative expression, Heather. So what are you doing that's creative? I feel like it'd be a really great way for you to be able to express yourself. Now, I also feel like the home and family are important for you. So being creative at home would be really beneficial. 6. Oh, 6 is your month. Oh, you put your date of birth around the wrong way, Heather. Okay. So I need your dates of birth as your, I need it the day first and then the month. All right. Doesn't really change that much. What it does change, though, however, is your day number becomes an 8. So you are very independent. All right. So it changes it from being Venus to being Saturn. All right. So you're still a ruling number 33 over 6. But your day number is this. So you are quite independent, you're organized, and you like to be in control as well. So when you bring those two colors together, it's like the spiritualization of the heart chakra. So it brings the lilac, which is spirit, into the pink, love. So it's almost like sometimes there can be issues around the loss of a mother and grief to, with relation to the loss of the mother that comes in when your soul colors are connected with that. All right. So Mikey says, spot on, Hayden, with everything. I will arrange a starseed reading with you. So grateful. And check out my music too, please. We certainly will. Everybody will be checking out that beautiful music, Mikey. So thanks so much for sharing your gifts with us. All right. What I'll do, I'll drop my email address in here for anybody who wants to organize a report. And there's a link underneath the video as well, which will help you to organize your report as well. So that's through PayPal. If you don't use PayPal, I can send you a link to the item on my online shop on my website as well. But if you want any of that, then you will need to drop your details through, your name, your date of birth, your time of birth, and your place of birth across to me to this email address, please, which is hayden@haydencrawford.com. There you go. That's sweet, Mikey. There you go. So Mikey goes, everyone remember to give Hayden a thumbs up today, as well as subscribe. It will help his channel. Thank you very much. There you go. There you go. So Source Healing says, yes, she has passed. Yeah. Heather, what I'm feeling for you with the mother energy that's coming through is that I feel like there was the feeling that comes through for you is that it's almost like it's like there's some grieving that hasn't taken place within that crossing for her. An L sounding name is coming in that's associated with her as well, and I feel like that there would have been I feel like it was a disease that would have taken her quickly in the end, but would have been a process that led up to that. And I feel like that you would have there's. It feels like it happened a few years ago. All right. So that's what I feel. But it's like she's been gone a while. But I feel like you still feel her presence around you. And there's something connected with like a wedding dress or something like that, that I feel that you've got hold of or something. I'm just being shown this white dress that's in a wardrobe. So I don't know whether that's you that's about to get married or whether you've got her wedding dress or something like that that's going on there. There you go. So Source Healing says, thank you, Hayden. You are so on point. Excellent. There you go. Hayden's Mammoth Lakes has a Rainbow Falls. We'd love it there. Wow, Rainbow Falls. It's funny because I was looking for land the other day because we want to build a retreat over the next few years. And, I was looking for land and I found this block of land that was in a really nice area, quite close to the ocean. And a nice sizable block, really quite reasonable as well. I was like, oh, and it was number 11, Rainbow Passage or something. It was just too surreal for words. And I was like, Mark, you never guess what, there's this place and it's got, and we was like, we're not quite ready for it yet. We can't be signing contracts during the Mercury retrograde anyway. So, oh, brilliant. I'll scroll back. Okay, so your grandpa passed away on the 16th of the 9th. He was married to my grandma 61 years, and he was 87. Her birthday is the 8th of the 10th in the numerology oracle deck. 87 is synchronicity. Oh, how beautiful. Thanks for sharing that. That's beautiful. Yeah, we'll see you later, Lynn. We've got Eliza Graff who's here as well. Hiya, Eliza. Let me take a look at your chart next, shall we? Juliana sent lots of beautiful white hearts there. Excellent. All right, so there you go, Heather. Hopefully that's made sense for you. Well, next person, Eliza, are you still watching, lovely? If you're still there, I'll have a look at you next. Now I'm going to pull a card out for you guys now as well. Another one from the Starseed Oracle deck. Ah, that's beautiful. Okay, so the Source Healing says, I had one of her white dresses that she wore to a wedding. Then after she passed, I wore it to a wedding. Ah, that's beautiful. Her ashes are near Rainbow Falls. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. That's so beautiful. And it was a while ago that she crossed, wasn't it? Yeah, because she's showing me like now, she's showing me like, it's almost like she's brushing this blonde hair. So I don't know whether she used to brush your blonde hair, like when you were growing up, or whether she had blonde hair and she was brushing it. and it's like, you know, there's this like, and she used to have, it's like this dressing table in the bedroom as well with all these knicky knacks on there. I don't know. Ah, there you go. To see how close Mount Shasta was, where we're going to meet one day. One day we will. One day we'll meet in Mount Shasta. Eliza, I'll have a look at you. Could you check out my brothers, says Ram. There you go. And it will explain a lot about the strange bond. Interesting. So can you see how information comes in? Like when you're channeling information and things like that, it just comes in and it's almost like it becomes like an automatic response. So you can't stop it. And it's almost like you just say what you feel, even if it seems ridiculous to you, speak about it, because the person that you're speaking to will probably understand it, you see. There you go. Thank you. 2013. Yeah. Felt like a while ago now. I brushed her hair while she was dying. She wants to say thank you for that. Lena, this one's for you. Okay, so Lena, the big picture thinking. So the Pleiades energy comes in for you. All right, this is yours. So it's the big picture thinking. Look at that. It's a beautiful card, isn't it? And it's a visionary. So you've got inspired ideas, Lena. So I feel like for you, any information that you're receiving at the moment is being inspired. You're being told to move forward with it. The Pleiadian energy is connected very much to the heart center. And actually, they like to define gender norms. So they don't like, sort of following protocol. So Pleiadians are really here to help people to be more compassionate, with heart-related healing, heart-related energy that comes through with them. And they're so beautiful. They're so caring and loving. There you go. You were sent a property today in a town called Destiny. How amazing. Well, maybe that's your destiny. There you go. So Source says, I was just thinking about going to Mount Shasta today. Fabulous. There you go. Elena, did that make sense to you there? Okay, that beautiful Pleiadian energy saying, look, you've got to take action on those visions, those inspired visions. Eliza, I'm going to come to you now. Eliza Graff. Eliza, I want to come to your dog. It feels like it's your dog, and I feel like the feeling is that do you know what I wanted to say? I feel like the dog has just been put down or something like that. Is that you? It was straight away the dog gone. It was that sort of stuff that came in. Okay. So Eliza. Oh, she's alive. Thank God. That's good. Yeah, because it's like no, do you know what I'm being told is I feel like don't worry, but like there is some stuff going on with her at the moment. So again, it's another one of those things that feels like it's a checkup that needs to take place. Has she had problems with her back leg? That's the other thing that comes in. Eliza, I'm going to just go to your numbers. Where is it, Eliza? Oh, there you are. So you've even given me your birth time, 4:24 a.m. Eliza B Day. Oh, you're not called Eliza B Day. That would be strange. So you're the 24th of July, 1996. The 24th of July, 1996. I'll keep my eye on the time. I've got the session soon. You've got the 7 there. You've got the 2. You've got the 4 and the 1. No, the dog that I can see that I'm seeing in my head, Eliza, is white and it's small. So I don't know whether because this might be a crossover for somebody else, but it's a small white dog that's got a problem with its back leg. There's issues going on with it at the moment. We'll know what it is. We'll get confirmation on what it is. Did that make sense, Lena? Hopefully it did. Okay, so what we can see, you've got the arrow of practicality, Eliza, which is all of the numbers there on the physical plane. So you like active participation in life, Eliza, don't you? You know, you're a doing person. You like the material aspects, the physical, practical aspects of life. You struggle to communicate how you feel as well, because you've only got the 1-1, which is the verbal self-expression restriction. You've got the perfect balance in your feminine expression, your intuition and sensitivity. You're creative as well. You like the home and the family. And actually that's your day number is the 6 as well, which is, you know, that beautiful Venus energy, which is about love, balance and harmony in relationships, self-love. You know, this again can relate to mothering energy as well, but it's about learning to love yourself enough and giving yourself some of your own nurturing, creative, loving energy. You can also see there as well, you've got the 2 9s, which is your wisdom, idealism, ambition, and, you know, your desire to want to be of service and help people. There's a great depth of wisdom with you as well. So you're actually fairly balanced across the 3 planes of existence. You're a 9, 10, 19, 20, 9, 10, 19, 25, 32, 36, 37, 38. So you're a ruling number 11. So the 11 is a master number, and it's the light bearer. In the color mirrors system, it's actually this bottle here, which is duality. And duality is a state of like separation. So a lot of the time, the 11 is the light bearer. So it is, you are here for a spiritual purpose, Eliza. So you're a loving spiritual being. All right. And actually, this is your last look at issues of separation. A lot of the 11s, they are here to guide humanity forward, to be able to utilize their psychic intuitive skills to be able to help people. All right. So I feel like for you, you've got that ability yourself. You know, you are a fairly intuitive, sensitive, you know, possibly, you know, clairaudient or clairsentient. I actually feel like you'd be more clairsentient because you like the physical aspects of things. So I feel like for you as well, is like you are, this is your last look at issues of separation in your life. So you need to look at the darker aspects of yourself, your shadow patterns, and illuminate them, all right, by learning to love those as well. So love your dark as well as your light. It's really important. We should all be doing this, really. Yeah. And actually, you know, you are you're actually in a 5, 10, 12, 14, 18. You're in a 9. So don't make any major decisions this year. Wait until next year, okay, to be able to move house, change jobs, or change relationships. Don't do anything just yet. Really hold back on doing that. So if you're watching this today and you haven't already liked the video, please like the video and share it with your friends and your family or anyone who you feel would benefit from receiving some channeled information, a psychic reading, numerology insights, or just really understanding where you've come from and what you're here to do. And also subscribe to the channel and click the bell for future notifications. Too simple. So Eliza says, wow, sounds good. Brilliant. Excellent. All right, Eliza. I'm going to move on to the next person here. Hi, Suzanne. It's nice to see. And Suzanne says, yep, Shasta is so beautiful. I will go to Mount Shasta one day. When the world opens back up again. I was actually told that I was going to go to Mount Shasta a while ago. Ashley Sullivan. Let's have a look at you. Ashley sticks her hand up in the air. Put your hands in the air if you just don't care. Way. Put your hands in the air. There you go. Fantastic. Beautiful. Excellent. I love it. All right. So let's have a look. Okay, Ashley. Now, what's your date of birth again, Ashley, to save me scrolling up? I'm trying to find you now. Where are you, Ash? There you are. The 7th. Are you the 7th of the 12th, 1995? I'm thinking you're the 7th of the 12th, 1995, and not the 12th of the 7th. 7th of the 12th. Great. And you're a Cancerian. Ah, no. So in that case, you're going to be the 12th of the 7th, aren't you? You're the 12th of the 7th if you're Cancerian. Remember, guys, when you put your dates of birth in, if you can put them in as your day first, then your month, and then your year. All right. Much healing straight back at you. Much healing straight back at you. And also, you know, the feeling that I was getting just with regards to your mother, because she's not going away. I feel like there's an L sounding name that she wants you to remember. Okay, so whether that's connected to her or somebody else that she's with now, but it's almost like the name Lucy or Louise or Lusa, something like that. But it's like a name that you need to remember. There you go, the 12th of the 7th. I've got it. Okay, so we got the 2 9s there, you got the 5 and the 1 and the 7 and the 2. Aha, there's a lot of you today that have got this arrow of determination, isn't there? Have you noticed that? Which is that 1, 5 and 9 energy. So that's a very strong aspect to a birth chart. If somebody's got that, it means they're like a dog with a bone. You know, they'll see their goals and dreams through to finality. So they won't like drift off and start, you know, a project and then stop it. So Ashley, that's you. Your day number is a 3. Now the 3 wants expansion. So the 3 is Jupiter in the color mirror system, which is this bottle here, coral over coral, which is actually the color of the new Christ ray. So when coral energy comes in, it's like you're inspired by music and lyrics and poetry and writing and publishing and the arts and the community and fun-loving and sociable and friendly and all of this sort of beautiful 3 energy. But you do have to learn how to accept yourself unconditionally as part of your process of healing and growing and learning, part of your soul's evolution. So that's your beautiful energy there of your day number. You are very intuitive, you're very sensitive, and actually you are a beautiful communicator. You know how you feel, you're a great listener, you're a great talker. So there's no work to be done around that for you. You're actually very wise, and actually there is some sacrifice that comes up in your life with one of the 3 things, either love, health, or money, that you're going to have to learn to let go of. All right, but don't worry, once the lesson has been learned, you will move on from that. You're a ruling number 19, 24, 31, 33, 34. So you're a ruling number 7. So the 7s like to learn through their own experience. Actually, you've got shamanic skills as well that you can tap into, because your 3 and your 7, your coral and turquoise, are complementary colors, which relates to shamanic skills. All right, so you can harness those shamanic skills in this lifetime and actually become a teacher. So for you, I feel like you need to learn through your own experiences in life, so no one can tell you how to live your life there, Ashley. You, even if it means you fall, you dust yourself down, get back up again, and then, you know, sort of start learning again. But you like to explore the subconscious mind and the deeper meaning behind life. So whatever you learn along the way, you will then end up teaching. So you're an expansive teacher, actually. Hello, Lawrence. Hello, mate. How are you going? And Digby Do writes here as well. There you go. So, and my dog Asha is black and white, coloured rescue, very athletic and sweet, alive, but well, but not sure about the leg issue. Very spot on other than that. So it's obviously not connected with you. So there's somebody watching, and do you know what? As I said it, I was thinking, oh, I wonder if it's my mum. Because she's got a little white dog that's going through issues at the moment. So it could be. But if you're watching this today and there is a little white dog around you and it's the back, I think it's the back right leg. It's kind of like either limping or it's like heavy. It's like dragging it along the floor. Then this will apply to you. So please leave a comment if this is connected to anyone in this room. It's quite specific, isn't it? You're a Gemini, Lawrence. Excellent. Born in 1962. And April says something crazy cool. Looked up Mount Shasta. It's 4 hours, 19 minutes from me. There you go. You were born in Pisces and 419. There you go. All of these serendipitous events. They've got Zena Nazine. Zena Nazine is here as well. Lovely to see you, Zena. Excellent. All right, so I'm gonna wow, look at all these guys watching me now. This is great. Look at all you. Thanks very much for joining the Dreamtime Academy live numerology, Starseed Numerology Insights. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, please like the video and click the bell for future notifications. Then you'll never miss one of my videos. And also, you know, subscribe to my channel and share this with all of your friends and family so they can pop in and have a look and see what's going on as well. There you go. So April says, oh my God, a notification from Secret Shaman Oracle said Cancer, you're right, your RT path. There you go. So Ashley says, you were right on. There you go. Well, you see, numbers never lie. You know, colors and numbers, remember, they are a universal language of light that our subconscious mind actually understands. We understand it at a deep soul level. And yeah, so that's so nice that you've all enjoyed the session today. Excellent. I'm going to have a look now at, let's have a look. Who should I go to? Zena. Every time I hear that name Xena, it always makes me think of that. What is that, like the princess, the Xena, the magic princess or whatever? Maybe I've just made that up. I don't know. Xena, the magic princess. It's like, what is he on? What is that man on? Was there a show or something like that called Xena, the magic princess or something? Or did I just dream that? I probably just dreamt it, didn't I? 2 9s, 2 5s, a 3 and 2 1s. Again, another one of you who has got the arrow of determination. See, do you see how many people have got this arrow of determination in this group? So you're all quite persistent bunch, aren't you, today? I was Xena the warrior. I didn't make it up. Thanks, Lawrence. Did you watch it as well, Lawrence? Yeah, it's one of those it's one of those shows that obviously princess. Oh, Xena the warrior princess. All right, so I didn't make it up. How interesting. Yeah, so Xena. Did I call you Zenan? Zenan? You called Xena. No, you called Xena. There you go. Right, so what we can see there, you feel things very intensely. Like when you've got 2 5s in your numerology, remember the 5 is the center of the emotional plane, and it's amplified if you've got 2 numbers or 3 numbers or 4 numbers in each section. So the more you've got, the more of an influence it has over your personality blueprint. So what we can see is this here. So the 2 5 energy is an amplification of feeling. So you've got to be careful there, Xena, not to get into any discrepancies or disagreements before you eat, because it can play havoc with your digestive system. So you've got quite an intense look on your face. You know, you've got quite intense eyes. You've got a great intensity of feeling. And actually, I feel like for you, you know, it's almost like, I feel like I want to say to you, look, have a chamomile tea before you eat if you've got tension in the house, because you're very sensitive to environments. You understand how you feel, so you are able to communicate how you feel. Your imagination memory is stimulated, so I feel like you're quite analytical. You've got a vivid imagination and good memory as well. You want to help people. You're a real humanitarian, and you've got a great depth of wisdom. You do tend to isolate yourself a little bit, and you're a practical day number 4 person. So you're born on the 31st, which is 4 Uranus energy, which is really that physical aspect of life. The physical, practical, and material aspects of life are important to you. So actually, you may work within the sort of manual arts of sorts. So whether that's within a holistic environment or not, it's almost like you like to have your body kind of involved in your life, you know. And really make use of that. I feel like you're a 9, 10, 19, 24, 29, 33. So you're a 33, 6 as a ruling number, which is a soul. Sorry, it's another mind number. So the energy and the 4 energy. Well, the 4 is on the physical plane. There's 6. So actually, you're very creative. I feel like you can express your creativity through your hands, and you're here to master love. So you know you're really here to enjoy home, being creative within the home, to find divine love and unconditional love towards yourself. You know, you're here to be a mother. I feel like you can utilize that beautiful loving energy and put it out there in a very physical way. So whether that's through massage or yoga, or if you are working, I feel like you would be working more within holistics, to be fair. So Lawrence says Lucy Lawless. Now was that Xena the Princess Warrior, was it? Interesting. Eliza says, I just realized I have a lot of water signs in my natal chart: Cancer, rising, Scorpio moon, and yet I'm a Leo sun, which is a fire sign. So it's water and fire. And what does water do, Eliza? Water puts out the fire, doesn't it? So that's interesting. And Hope Sky's here as well. Ah, right. Okay, Lawrence. So it is interesting. All right. So Hope Sky. So Zena, leave a few comments and let me know, did that resonate with you? Did it make sense? Did you connect up to your numbers there? Now, remember, guys, I'm just doing these little insights for you today, just to kind of show you the power of numerology and how it aligns to your personality blueprint, your strengths and weaknesses, and even the best times for you to embark on your new projects and ventures. So it's a really cool way of kind of just getting a few insights about what's going on for you across those three planes of existence. But if you do want something, you know, that's a little bit more intimate, it's a little bit more handcrafted and a lot more information, we also need to look at your birth name as well. So your birth chart and your name chart, you put them the two side by side, and it gives you an even finer interpretation of what your purpose and mission is here. And also we need to look at, like, there's 4 peak years of maturity that you go through in your life, and actually they start from a very specific point which carries a number vibration across 9-year cycles, which can really help you understand what you're here to do and what influences that you've got to work with as well. So if you're wanting me to handcraft one of those for you, and this applies to anybody who's watching this today live, then you can certainly email me and I can put one of those together. Now, they do take between 5 and 7 business days to create, and they are on special until the end of February for only 59 Australian dollars. And thank you very much for your beautiful donation there, Source Healing. I really appreciate that. Very sweet indeed. Thank you. There you go. So Eliza says, water is also a common theme in my life. No matter where I go or what I do, water seems to be there. And I mean commonly. Well, there you go. Water, water everywhere and not a drop to drink. Now, anyone who can tell me who quoted that in the fastest possible time will get the very next insights. Water, water everywhere and not a drop to drink. There you go. I am from the ocean state. I'm always drinking water, and even showers are compelling. Beautiful. So you love your water. There you go. So Juliana says, my boyfriend's dog is white. I'll ask him tomorrow. It's very specific, this though. So it's a back leg problem, okay? Something going on with the back leg. Hope says, may I have a reading? Yes, you can, Hope. You take care as well, Julie. Thanks for watching today. It's been awesome catching up with you. All right, I'm going to have to head off soon as well. So I'll do another reading for Hope. You'll need to leave your date of birth, please, Hope. All right, Hope's hoping. Here's hoping. So the rhyme, Sick of the Ancient Mariner by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Correct. Tick. There you go. So Hope, you are next. So I need your date of birth, please, Hope. And well found out there. That's really good. You guys, you make me laugh, you do. And thank you so much for today. We've really had a good session, haven't we? We've been getting some psychic intuitive message coming through. We've got some really, really cool guidance that came in for a couple of people here today. And I'll see if I can get anything else for you before I go as well. See what comes in. All right. So set an intention now. All right. Set an intention with your guides that they'll find a way of being able to deliver a message through for you today. All right. Okay. So as soon as I said that, I actually got the name Matthew. All right. So there's a name Matthew that's come in. And I feel like Matthew has crossed. He's a youngish man, probably in his 20s, like the feeling I get, maybe in his late teens. Matthew, who's that? Somebody who knows Matthew. Matthew's there and he's like, he wants to share some information, please. It could be Matt. He could have been known as Matt. There you go. So you're a Libra and Lawrence. There you go. So you're the 6th of the 10th, 1962. And April wants me to pull a card for you. Ah, you're an MFA in illustrations, Eliza. So you got Messenger, April, which is Sirius energy, bringing harmony and balance. This is yours. There you go, Sirius energy. And, you know, the Syrians are very creative, you know, so they want to express themselves. they're often like the Syrians as they manifest in human form. They're often the goths, or they like tattoos and stuff like that. So they like creative expression, and they like to be able to express themselves creatively. So I feel like that's around you at the moment. So maybe even if you were to tap into the Syrian energy yourself, or it could be that you have Syrian connections as well. There you go, Hope. You're going to need to leave your date of birth, please. There you go. So, Lawrence, in the meantime, whilst we're doing this, you are very creative as well. And actually, you can get a little bit possessive in relationships because you've got 2 6s. That's about the family, and it can be sometimes they can be a little bit possessive when it's expressed negatively. But there is a great depth of love there around you, and you like balance and harmony, in your relationships. A lot of pink energy around you. So, Venus is the planet of love. So you're in love with the idea of being in love, and actually very intuitive, very sensitive as well. And you're a 9, 10, 18, 19, 25. So you like to explore the deeper meaning behind life as well. You're interested in the subconscious mind. This is for you, Lawrence, remember. And you like to learn through your own experiences. So it could make you a really good teacher as well. All right. So Hope is on the 8th of the 11th, 1988. So you've got a lot of 8s in your chart. Now, it's interesting because I'm writing an article at the moment, and it's for the United Colors of Design magazine, which is a fantastic global magazine, the United Colors of Design. And I write an article in this magazine every single month. We do it based around a theme, a topic of a color every single month. So there's lots of different entrepreneurs from all over the world in various different industry sectors, and we're all contributing to this magazine. So I do a famous person, and I look at their numerology based around the color. So I had to think of somebody in red, and red is Roger Federer, right? Roger Federer, and because the red is physical, it's activity, energy, mobility. But numbers, his soul urge, his outer expression, his day number, and his ruling number, they're all in the number 8. And the 8 is very auspicious. It's about money, and it's about being in control. So if you think about Roger Federer, he's the perfect example of a red person. So you'll have to read the article in the United Colors of Design when it comes out next month, okay? Because it's so fascinating when you start looking at it like that. Lawrence says, yeah, that's so true. Thank you, Hayden. There you go. So you would make a good teacher there, right? So I feel like you're like a spiritual teacher. So you've got ancient Atlantean sort of Aquarian wisdom that you can share. So it might be that you had past lives in the time of Atlantis, and that you may be having soul memories re-emerging from that time right now. So I feel like, you need to be able to express your heartfelt truths. The mariner is cursed, evidently, by God for killing the albatross for pure sport or amusement. When he finally manages to return to his home, port aboard a ship manned by a ghostly crew, he meets ... a holy man he calls the hermit, and gives him forgiveness for his sin of killing the bird. Interesting. You were also born at 808. Wow, interesting. So lots of 8s coming up for you. Now, remember, 8 in numerology is about independence, organization, and control. All right, so you like to be in control. You're very independent, but I feel like your independence stemmed from like a difficult childhood. So there was difficulties definitely through your childhood, for you there, Hope. All right. So maybe your mum and dad separated, there was ill health or sibling rivalry, so there were some challenges around, but this can also manifest and knock on into issues within your adult life as well. All right. So your relationships in your adult life. So I feel like you need to, one of your lessons is to let go of the need to control everything and kind of surrender into the flow a little bit more. You also, your communication is you can be very talkative, but also you can be quite quiet. So you can kind of fluctuate between those two. You can be a little bit skeptical. You've got the arrow of the inquirer, which is that arrow there. This is your chart there. So you've got this arrow of the inquirer, which is the lack of the 3, 5, and 7, which means that you can be a bit skeptical of new concepts or ideas until you get your own proof. and then you can become an avid convert. You know, you'd be like, oh, this is so true, but you have to go through that period of investigation first. Your ones are isolated, so your masculine energy is isolated. So sometimes your independence can run away with you. You can make yourself a little bit sort of disconnected from the rest of the world. And then you're a 9, 10, 18, 19, 26, 28, 29, 36. So you're ruling number 9. So the 36 nines, it's like the gateway energy comes in. So you've got the ability, I feel like you're a healer. You are somebody who could make a good counselor, not a good money manager though. You are here to do more spiritual based work or humanitarian based work, like nursing or looking after old people or stuff like that, or using that wisdom in some way, you know, in a very independent way. And actually, I feel like your highest expression is philanthropy. So I feel like, you know, once you've made your money, you'll then be of service to the world. You know, you'll be putting it out there and helping other people. So you've got the 9 Mars energy. So you've got to really make sure that you speak up about what you believe in and do and say what needs doing and saying, instead of being meek and mild and getting angry and frustrated, because a lot of fire energy can sometimes manifest as that. So you remember, you know, it might be that you put too much pressure on yourself as you were growing up to be the best possible version of yourself, a bit like the Red Fed, Roger Federer. There you go. I'm not sure, actually, April. Yeah, not entirely sure. And Lawrence says, yeah, he's working on that. Good, good. Now, could anybody understand Matthew? There's this guy Matthew in spirit that's trying to come through. Okay, so Matthew or Matt, or it could even be like Matthias or something like that. But it's Matthew who has got that one. Okay, so it's quite specific again. And you're feeling the Arcturian vibes, Juliana. Yeah, it's absolutely full Arcturian because we're in a universal month cycle 7, you know. So sorry, it's what we're in February, so it's 221. So it's 5, yeah, which is about so it's 5, no, 5, 6, 7, no, it's 7. So it's that Neptunian energy, you know, so it's about expressing heartfelt wisdom, and the Arcturians are really all about like expressing their wisdom. So, you know, in the color mirror system, that's turquoise energy as well. So the Arcturian channeled information wants to come in and it wants to say, look, you've got to step up into your power and you've got to start speaking your heartfelt truths this month, because, you know, this is where the change and the difference is going to be made. There you go. I'm pretty sure I channeled a masterpiece from the Arcturians. I'll send a picture through. Fantastic. There you go. My sister's just started doing pet portraits, actually, Eliza. That's interesting. So maybe that's what the little dog connection was for you. I'm not sure. But it's like if you're wanting to do pet portraits, yeah. It might be that you're going to be painting a little white dog with a poorly leg. There you go. So Hope, how did that go for you? Did that make sense for you? Leave a few comments and let us know. You never know. Yeah, my sister just started doing them actually, and hers are really, really quite cool. So she started off by doing her little Shih Tzu. It's a Maltese Shih Tzu, and then she did her cat, Jude, and then she's just done a little brown dog for somebody else. And the paintings are just so good. They're quite cartoony, but they're really sweet actually. And there's, you know, it's a good industry to be in as well, because everybody wants a picture of their pet, don't they? Excellent. So it did resonate for you. Fantastic. There you go. So let go of control there, Hope. Well, look, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you because I do have a client at 1 o'clock. So I'm gonna nick off now, but I will be back again later on next week. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the bell for future notifications. What I'll do is I'll pop in a link as well for you, so it's nice and easy for you. If you want your Starseed Numerology Report doing, then you can purchase that from my online shop. I'll send you the link through as well, so you can get that nice and easily. And here it is. Okay. This is for you guys. That's a big thank you to you guys for watching today. The special offer there. All right. Lots of love. You take it easy. Take care. Be good. And if you can't be good, be careful. Bye for now.